Throughout this series, some of you have made some very flattering comments about my skill level in this game. But I feel like I need to be clear here and say that I have never and will never claim to be the most skilled player. I do well enough, but plenty of players and even some of my viewers are much, much better than me. From episode 1 of this series, the only thing that I've claimed is that I am determined. So, what am I saying? I'm saying, pause this video and grab a snack, because I've got a bit of a story to tell. What's up, guys? Brian Grant of ContestChampion.com here, and like I said, I need to tell you a story. That story is about how I have not even been in Realm of Legends for 2 weeks now. However, if you can hear my voice, I'm pretty exhausted. And that exhaustion is the determination factor that I was talking about. Let's start out with what happened with Guillotine here. Now, I did not know how Guillotine worked at all. On top of that, this is of course a 2-star Guillotine, which means if I make a mistake like that, I'm done. I'm wiped out. Apologize for no attempt counter in this video, by the way. I will give you guys the full numbers of all the attempts that I did at the end of this video. Okay, this is actually my second attempt here, though. I do remember this being my second attempt, and I used my level 2 special, and what gives? It's not reverse the healing. That's because I never even read her abilities before. This is my first time using Guillotine at all. Okay. Let's go read her abilities real quick. Basically, it says this. You start out with a few souls. You can lose the souls over time. You can also gain souls by dealing a percentage of your enemy's total max HP. And as long as you have 2 souls active, you burn them with your level 2 special to put a reverse healing effect on the enemy. Because Wolverine's healing is so strong, it does a lot of damage. You'll see right here, this is the first time I actually successfully get it on Wolverine. He's starting to take some damage. Pretty cool. Not my best attempt, but it does get better as time goes on. You can see it right here. Starting to get down a little bit lower here. There we go. Get some nice healing stacks on him. He's actually dropping pretty quick. But the debuff goes away, so you have to, most likely you'll have to get your level 2 off more than once in the fight. So basically this fight is a race against the clock. You have to play very aggressively. You have to also get lucky and have Wolverine heal. You can see I'm using a buff here just to be able to withstand a couple more extra hits there. But anyway, you have to get a little bit lucky. And if you're playing with a 2 or a 3-star champion, you have to not get hit, like at all. And it's possible to do it. I've seen videos of it. Some of my viewers have done it successfully, which kudos to you guys, man. This was not easy at all. This is my is this my best attempt? No, this was me just dying. Okay, this next video, here we go. This next clip, this is my best attempt. And this is attempt number 20, by the way. It's exactly number 20. And I thought I had it here. I mean, check this out. Watch his life. It's dropping. Look how many stacks of healing I have on him. He did not go down. Oh no, this was not my best attempt. What am I saying? It's so late. I apologize. That was actually not my best attempt. That's the attempt where I could have had him, but I messed up on my combo. This isn't my actual best attempt. This was the video that you guys saw at the very start of this. Watch how low he goes this time. Alright, I get the level 2 debuff on him. Dodge his special real quick, just so I can get some free hits in. Stack is healing up to 5, and his health is going down crazy fast. Ah! It was so close! It was so close! That would have been it. That was like a soul-crushing, heartbreaking moment right there. If that worked, I would have been through Realm of Legends on a completely free-to-play account, no perfect block, none of that stuff, without spending a single unit. But like I said, that was my best attempt. And if that was my best attempt, which was still failure, this isn't looking too good. Now, I still had a lot of potions, as you can see there, so at the time, I was still feeling good. I used a revive, I used some potions to heal up. You can see it does not take that many potions to fully heal a rank 2 champion, or I'm sorry, a 2-star champion. But then things start to get scary, because I just used my last revive there. But I still got all these potions. But crap, now I'm spending units on revives. At least I have potions, right? Well, no, I did have potions, but I used them all too. Now I'm buying potions on top of it. Because I've done like 60 attempts with this or something crazy. And I go back and watch this video and, oh my god, it's so low. It was so low, it was so close. It was just like tormenting me. I watched it like 5 times an hour. Just because I was like, no, I had it. What happened? Okay, but I go to bed. I wake up the next day, July 20th, and collect some solo rewards here. Get 1 whole revive. Woohoo! At the time, I was thinking, like, you know, what can I do? I can't back out. I'll just have to play a bunch of arena, get more units that way or something. I don't know. But I start to play around with other options. You can see here, I start looking at Star-Lord a little bit closer. What can you do, Star-Lord? You know what, let's test it out. I got boosts to spare. So I fire up a couple of boosts on Star-Lord. In a moment, you'll see me even look at the loyalty screen to check and see if there's a tech boost currently in the loyalty store. I've heard some mixed reviews on it. Some say it's good, some say it's absolutely worthless. But, you know, I like to test those kinds of things out myself. And although I don't really want to spend the loyalty, I wouldn't have minded it, but it wasn't in the store anyway. And I checked the next few days too, and it actually wasn't in the store any of the days that I checked, so never got a chance to check it. Now, this is the only Star-Lord clip that I'm going to show you guys. This was my actual first attempt with Star-Lord against Wolverine. And I do pretty well, and even when I die in this fight, it was a mistake that I could have avoided. So I started to feel better about Star-Lord than I did about Guillotine. So I start really considering Star-Lord, and the thing is, I wanted to sleep on it. So, I mean, you'll see another day go by here. It's July 21st now. My energy's been capped for a long time, though, and I have to keep that in mind, too. Because the longer my energy's capped, I'm technically, like, losing units that way. Because I have to make it up by buying energy refills to get that back. But, anyway, I tried one more time with Guillotine there. It did not work out. So I'm like, that's it. I don't want to revive Star-Lord or Guillotine at this point, so I had to make a very tough decision, one that I thought about a lot. And I finally pulled the trigger and bailed out of Realm of Legends. There it is. I mean, there's a lot of people who said I would not be able to do it, and you guys were correct. At least when it comes to the 2-star Guillotine. Like I said, guys, I'm determined. So that was almost 2 weeks ago. Actually, is that more than 2 weeks ago? I think that was more than 2 weeks ago. I don't know. What is time at this point? You know, I'm that tired because I've been working on things ever since then. You can see a team on the screen here. I tried just testing out the synergies, and actually attack synergy worked out really well. It had a low combo that I needed to bring down Winter Soldier, so that worked out very well. And what I realized is that the attack synergy, works multiplicatively with Star-Lord's signature ability. So then I started looking at masteries. What if I get Glass Cannon? What if I get one of the real suicide masteries, Liquid Courage or Double Edge? How much would that help? Probably a ton. Turns out it really doesn't help at all. Actually, it hurt me in the end, but I'll get to that in a moment. If you notice my units were up a lot, it's just because of the free units that Kabam gave out for the willpower thing. But I start to look at Act 4, and, you know, because I need to do Act 4 to get experience to level up and get more mastery points anyway. And they also have these 4-star signature stones. So I'm thinking, cool, that'll help boost my Star-Lord that much more. Let's go for it. But then, you know, at the same time, I also kind of wanted to just go through and clear Acts 1 and 2 100% to get the mastery point. So it's kind of mixed feelings, and I ended up doing I was gonna do both actually, but then I noticed something about Act 2. And it's the same thing about Act 1, by the way, even though I only noticed it at Act 2. I'm sorry, am I saying Act? I meant to say Chapter. I'm still in Act 4 here. Chapters 1 and 2. But you get these 3-star signature stones, and you get a lot of them, which made me think about Black Widow. But anyway, I'm back at the Masteries, and I'm thinking, you know what, let's see about Star-Lord first. So I did a whole bunch of playing in Chapters 1 and 2 of Act 4. I end up 100%ing them. And I just go for it. I pick up the Suicide Mastery. I go with Double Edge over getting Liquid Courage, even though I could have done some kind of mix where I got 3 on Liquid Courage and 1 in Double Edge. I didn't know how bad the poison was going to be, so you know what? I just figured let's just get Double Edge. By the way, this is after the free 5-star shards that Kabam was giving out. I'm probably the only fool dumb enough to get these masteries afterwards, but I don't care. Whatever, you know. I still like it anyway. So you could see there, just ranked up Deadpool. This is where Deadpool comes into the mix as well. I was racing against the clock because it was such a busy week, and because I wanted to get this video out to you guys. I needed to have a way to get to farm revives as fast as possible. So how Deadpool comes into the mix is this. You can see me taking down Winter Soldier here. I do not use him to bring down Winter Soldier from the beginning of the fight. However, I do use him basically if I die with Star-Lord and Winter Soldier only has like 160,000 or less life, I bring in Deadpool to finish things off. That's how that works. But that basically catches you guys up to my plans up to present day, even though now it's technically the next day after. But I haven't gone to sleep yet, so that still counts the same day, right? Same day. Okay, so Black Widow. You know, I just showed you guys I was farming revives. Now it's time to put these signature stones to use to get the final piece of the puzzle, which is a 99 signature ability, Black Widow. Oh man, I would have went with this strategy from the start if I knew I was able to get this amount of signature stones. I didn't think I was going to get anywhere near this amount, but these 60 signature stones just saved me in such a huge way, as you'll see. So it doesn't give me enough to cap out at 99. However, right here I'm going to collect my 100th 3-star signature stone. And I pop open all of these things, and I open up the first 10, and I'm pretty psyched because 4 out of those 10 were skill. So I'm thinking this is going to be great. Open up the next 10, and I didn't get any that time. I'm like, what? Alright, so I open them all up. I get less skill than any other class. Only 13 of them, unfortunately. So, a bit unlucky. I would have had to get really lucky to, you know, have this be the only other source. So I had a backup plan, but still, it would have been nice to get a little bit more than the 13 they gave me there. So I go ahead and use these real quick just to see how many I do need left. And of course, it is 8 more to go, which will be covered by my my lesser solo and greater solo crystals. So we open these things up, and these things are way better than I thought, by the way. This is my first time opening these. Wow, these solo crystals are incredible. Really like them, especially the greater solo crystals. The lesser ones give +1 signature stones. The greater ones give +5 signature stones. And +5 signature stones actually add up really quick. So I'm going to be able to max out a few 3-stars. This way, when I actually do open up my 3-star crystals, which I have like 50 of them right now, just sitting waiting to go or something like that. But when I do open them up, I'll actually have a way to get the bonus crystal or whatever it's called for having a, you know, signature level 99 and opening up a duplicate of that champion. But I didn't even know when I opened this crystal, I didn't even know that these were +5s. I thought they were still +1. Even on this screen, even though it clearly says +5, I thought this was +1. I kind of edited it out, but if I didn't edit it out, you'd have saw me just sitting there puzzled, like, what is going on? But anyway, I get Black Widow to level 99 signature ability, and now, as long as I'm using Black Widow in the fight against Wolverine, Wolverine cannot heal against me. So now I have a surefire way to get through Wolverine. The only question is, have I farmed enough of these potions and revives to get through? Well, you'll find out shortly here. I do also open up more free crystals. I was able to get another 62 since I opened them up the last time. These things actually add up pretty quick. I also did use a few signature stones on Star-Lord there. I only used 11 though. I didn't have that many, but I figured it would help, you know. But okay, this is my new team that I'm bringing into Realm of Legends. Basically, I just swapped out Guillotine for Black Widow, and this is actually the same team that I used for questing because of the class diversity. Of course, it has the 2 4-star champions that I like working with the most right now, that I have at least. And it also has decent synergy, so this is the team that I bring into all of my standard questing, unless I need a cosmic champion. But okay, I'm not going to show you guys all these fights over again. Something pretty cool though is I did manage to beat Rhino, Storm, and Black Panther without dying to them, so I was pretty stoked about that. I did end up using a lot of revives. I used Hulk against Scarlet Witch. That was not an easy fight at all. With the Suicide Mastery in the beginning of the fight, even though it doesn't last that long, the bleed effect, I got heal block on me and then ended up killing me. Like, oh, it sucked. But okay, here's the first attempt against Wolverine. Again, I do not have the attempt counters here. And I'm actually going to speed up the video in just a moment, but if you don't want to see any of this fight, I recommend skipping to the 30-minute mark. Alright, you're basically all caught up at this point as long as you watched up till now. Now comes the actual fight, though, where you can see how well or how poorly I do. And like I said, this is the first attempt. This is going to kind of set the tone for what I'm able to do against Wolverine, because I have no practice against Wolverine with Black Widow yet. I am pretty familiar with Wolverine's moves at this point, though, having fought him so much recently. But I go down pretty quick. And at this point, I just look up, away from my phone, and I'm just like, that's not good. I actually said that out loud, like, that's not good. But whatever. Maybe it was just a bad attempt. We go on. Determination, right? Woo! I'm so tired, I'm sorry. That was terrible. That was like the least enthusiastic. Anyway, this is the second attempt. This attempt goes much, much better. I'm actually going to speed it up part way through this attempt. But you can see here, I actually end up getting over 300 hits combo on Wolverine with my little old 3-star Black Widow, so it's not bad at all. And it all comes down to the same old strategy that I've been using, of course, dodging his specials, getting the free hits in, and trying to get parries. Then there is one additional factor to playing with Black Widow that helps out a lot, and that is the level 3 special, which you are about to see here, just a moment, which has a chance to apply a stun to Wolverine. It's not guaranteed, it's a very high chance, but it is not guaranteed. That's why after this animation, you'll see me back up first, because I don't know if I'm going to get a stun off. And actually, in this first one, you're going to see 2 stuns. Yep, 2 stack of stuns. One of them is from her special, and the other is from the signature ability paired up with Hulk. So, but like I said, things are going pretty well. That's my strategy. You get a lot of free hits in. Not only do you get a lot of damage in that way, with being safe and getting all those shots in, but it also puts Wolverine's bar up pretty high. And then after taking all those shots while he's stunned, he seems to be very free with his special. So he just pops it right away. I get even more free hits, get my special bar up pretty quickly, and yeah, it just goes on and on like that. So now I'm speeding up the video, of course. Hopefully this comes out all right. Hopefully there's no craziness. I've never sped up a video before. Hopefully it doesn't like bug out or show something crazy. But yeah, this fight, I if I had to do this all over again, if I knew about these signature stones, I would have brought Black Widow hands down over Guillotine any day of the week. There was even times, I remember when I first started thinking about Realm of Legends, there was a time where I was looking at my 2-star Black Widow to see if there was a way that I could max out 2-star Black Widow. That's how big of a fan I am of this strategy. And the only thing is I did not know how many hits it would take going into this. I did not watch any video on this. It's just, I heard about somebody doing it on the forums and stuff like that, and I was like, oh wow, that's actually incredible. So I was trying to come up with ways to get a level 99 signature ability Black Widow, but it seemed impossible for me at the time until I saw those Act 4 stones. So if you're thinking about doing this, definitely at least consider going about it this way. So you see my combo is pretty high up there right now. It's higher than I was able to do with Star-Lord even. I don't know what my damage would look like if this was Star-Lord right now. Probably still not nearly enough to bring him down, but would have started hurting pretty bad at least. So there we go. I do go down, and unfortunately I did not have an attack boost on at the time. I had one of those attack and life boost things, but I wish I would have had an attack boost on top of that as well. Oh, you can see I'm buying level 4 health potions here. I do buy potions. I'll give you guys the full numbers at the end, but I did not have to buy that many. Looking at my spreadsheet, I had to buy 12 of them total. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. The first attempt, when I was doing this with Guillotine, oh man, I had to spend so many units. And that's the thing, is like, I don't mind spending the units. I really don't. I don't have that big of a need for them. Yeah, you could always buy something with them. You could buy, I mean, worst case, you could even buy premium hero crystals with them, right? Or the, even better would be the shard crystal things where you have a chance to open up 4-star shards. But anyway, if you guys just remember how my account looks, I'm sitting on thousands and thousands of shards that will open up hundreds of crystals. I'm not that concerned about it. It's kind of whatever for me. I don't mind burning a few units to get through here, as long as I know where the limit is, because I spent almost 1,200 units on the first go around with Guillotine. I was completely empty of revives and potions, and I still didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. Like, if I was able to do it in another, if somebody could guarantee that I was able to complete it in another 500 units, then I would have just spent the units. Big deal, whatever. But I could have went bankrupt and had 0 units left over. And that's the thing, is like, who knows how it would have ended up if I kept trying that strategy. So I could have had it on my next attempt. I could have had it on my 50th attempt, the next 50th at least, because I already put in so many attempts. But that's why I'm not that big a fan of the Guillotine strategy. Another strategy that I was thinking of, well, I mean, not really a strategy, but something else that I was thinking of doing was actually opening up my 3-star crystals just to get the 3-star Guillotine. And I definitely considered that when I first started Realm of Legends. Like, I have like 53-star crystals or something. I mean, why don't I just open up some 3-stars? Definitely something I considered, but honestly, I just wanted to start the series, and I wasn't ready to open up my 3-star crystals. I like to open them up when I'm ready. It sounds so stupid, and I would never recommend anyone else doing it, because it's definitely not going to help you in any way just to sit on these crystals. It's only going to hurt you in the end, but it's something I like to do, so it's just my way of going about it. But like I said, I was determined, so I was able to find this. If I really had to open up the 3-star crystals to get a 3-star Guillotine and try this again with 3-star Guillotine, I would have. I would have tried this with Star-Lord. I might have failed on either of those other strategies too, but then I would have came up with something else. I don't know how much else there is, but I would have tried at least. But you can see here his health is going down. If I didn't speed up this video, by the way, the actual the fighting duration was like 40 minutes or something like that. And this video would have been an hour long if I didn't speed it up. So, yeah, had to speed it up. I was trying to have this whole series not have any sped up fights, but there's just no way. I struggle to fill in some conversation with you guys for a 20-minute video, let alone an hour long video. I would have never made it, especially being as exhausted as I am. And that's something else too. I want to mention. I made this video today because I said I would, kind of. You know, like what I would have done if I wasn't making a video and I was just doing this on my own is I would have farmed revives for 2 weeks, because they give you, 2 weeks time before they expire in your stash. So I would have farmed up over 100 revives. I would have gotten like, 5 to 10 a day. I would have had over 100 when I tried this the second time. I mean, the first time I had plenty because I had so much from the free crystals and so many potions and everything like that. But potions are actually really hard to come by. So if I was just doing this, I mean, I did this mostly for me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm very much so looking forward to those rewards. But I was also doing this for you guys too. So I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. So I went in with less resources than I could have, It took a lot of farming Winter Soldier too. Farming Winter Soldier is definitely not the most fun thing. Oh, you can see here I'm on another good attempt, by the way. I had two good attempts against Wolverine, and this is the second one. You could see it's going down past his name there, which got me pretty excited, thinking, wow, this wasn't that bad at all. But I do die a few more times here before all is said and done. Overall, very happy with this fight. It was an exhausting experience having to go through the first time, fail, not know if I was going to make it. And every time you guys commented, wanting to know how I was doing against this guy, yeah, I didn't want to spoil it. I wasn't lying when I said that I did not want to spoil it. And then also, I didn't know what to say anyway, because like I didn't know if I was going to be able to beat him. So, yeah, I could have very easily just not beaten Wolverine, and that would have been it for me, It's all about that determination, though. Going in with the right attitude, to be ready for a challenge, and to be ready to do as much as you can to get around that challenge. That's what makes this game really fun for me. It's not, how many... It's to me, like, a lot of people talk about, like, the Tier 4 class catalyst thing, and how they desperately want those crystals, and, it's a very hot topic in this game about, is Kabam giving enough of them? Are they not giving enough of them? I'm not even going to say my opinion again. You guys already know how I feel, but, it's always going to be like that. There's always going to be some next thing to level up to, and something that's kind of out of reach. And that's what makes this fun, is always having something out of reach, always having something that you can be reaching for. And in this case, it's not upgrading my champions or getting more champions. In this case, it's kind of reaching for a difficult fight, reaching to get through a difficult fight. So I thoroughly enjoyed this fight. I look forward to having more fights like this that are really unique, that make you have to come up with weird solutions. And I mean, luckily, I don't know if it's lucky or unlucky that so many people have done it before me, that they kind of were able to share those solutions. It's good and bad in a way. Sometimes I like to go into these things fresh, but at the same time, not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun reading how other people get through these fights as well. it's genuinely entertaining for me to go on Reddit and read everybody's posts when they say, I finally did it, I finally beat Realm of Legends, here's how I did it. And even if it's a strategy that's already been done before and stuff like that, it's still really fun to hear about and to read and stuff like that. So I'm on a decent attempt here. Things are coming to a close. Welcome back, those of you who skipped to the 30-minute mark. I thought this was going to be the fight-winning level 3 special here, but as you'll see, I do not get the stun proc. So, like I said, it does not always stun on the level 3, and if I did stun him there, I probably would have defeated him, but I do end up dropping. I get caught by a special after that, caught off guard. That level 1 special is kind of tricky sometimes. It's, in my opinion, it's much harder to dodge than his level 2 special. Only because it feels like it has a longer, faster reach kind of thing, and it's harder to punish in my opinion. So I always want to try to not be too far away from him when he's doing that, or not dodge too far away. But anyway, I heal up for the final time, and I guess now is a good time to tell you guys the totals and what I used for this fight. I will start out with this second go around here. So with Black Widow, I had to use 8 revives. They were level 1 revives. I did not have to spend units on revives. However, I did have to spend units on potions. I used 32 level 1 potions, which of course those were free, but the level 4 potions, I purchased 12 of them in total, costing 252 units. So not too bad, although I will probably have to buy some potions for the next fights. Now the previous time when I was going in with Guillotine, these numbers get kind of crazy. I used 41 level 1 revives, 34 level 2 revives, 333 level 1 potions, 17 level 2 potions, 6 level 3 potions, and 9 level 4 potions, for a grand total of 1,166 units. Anyways, guys, this is a long video. Thanks so much for sticking through with me. Sorry I was late on it again, and I will see you next time with Black Bolt. Thanks for watching.